here as well, get to know him. Shout out, Christy Monahan is the finance liaison, does an amazing job taking our budgeting seriously. And Councilmember Stover helps her with that too. They're my numbers people, and they do a great job with that. Councilmember Kemmons on top of it when it comes to Parks and Rec. He's also, they're all passionate about everything, by the way. I'm not just saying they're passionate about these one things, but he's on top of that with our Parks and Rec. We've made huge strides improving our parks. We have some exciting plans in place going forward even more. And also our police department, he helps keep an eye on that as well. And Councilmember McCoran is our safety liaison with the police department. So as you can tell, I do not sit up there and do all this myself. These are individuals that we all work together. We're a team. We're a really efficient team too. It didn't start out like that when I first became mayor, and it was nothing against any council members at all. It was, you know, becoming mayor and getting my feet wet and figuring it out. But also too, we were kind of a divided council. And I remember they were really, it was really, I think in the first 8 months I had to break 5 ties. That's just not a I mean, I did it and I moved on, but man, that was stressful. I didn't even break a tie on a budget that first year. I was like, what are you people doing to me? But proud to say over the last 2 years with this council, we passed the budget, help me guys, it was like
8-0 and 7-1.
Thank you, 8-0 and 7-1. That's how in sync we are. And it's not that we all like the same thing and we all just, I'm not telling them what to do. They all have their own minds. We just worked really, really hard, did the research, and then came together and made the best decision for our town. We don't get to get everything we want, right? We don't have all this money to pick from and make all this stuff happen, but just proud of that and wanted to point that out with my council members. As mayor, I want to say like the first 2 years, just getting my feet wet, we also dealt with a lot of staff turnover. So that really did take a lot of energy. We had a town manager leave. We had our public works director go on. We had our community engagement specialist move on, all to bigger and better things because they were awesome at their jobs. Nothing against us. They didn't leave disgruntled or anything. But that gave us the chance to rebuild, and we are really, really proud of our staff that we have over there. And those are the people running this town. I do not run the town. Our council members do not run the town. They are here to listen to the citizens. They're here to vote in policy and vote the budget. The people in that building over there are the ones running this town day to day. So we have our town manager, Waverly Cogsdale, assistant town manager, Melanie Scheip. We have a brand new finance director that we stole, and we're so proud of it. Angie Stein, she was with Shenandoah County School Board. We did not seek her out. We did not poach her. She came to us.
Yes.
She is a gem. And Brian Otis with planning and zoning and oversees public works now. And Chief Sager, he has been there the whole time. He's hung in. He's an amazing chief, and you all know him. I think everyone in this room knows Chief Sager. We're blessed to have an amazing chief. So they're the ones running this town. And as taxpayers, you pay taxes. Those taxes support those people, their salary, and keep up all of our resources, keep this town running. It's our job, mine and these 8 council members, to make sure that they are utilizing our tax dollars, because they're mine too, right? Efficiently and effectively and for the right things. And so that's our job. And I feel like we've done a great job at that. We're very proud of that. I kind of wish it wasn't election time. I'm like, just give us all another, I don't know, I'd love to have another 4 years just with the same council, but that's not life, that's not elections, and things will constantly change and we'll adapt, but we're really proud of that. 2 of the biggest things we hear about as far as either rumors that aren't correct or just people always questioning, the one is housing. And you know, a lot of the things that you see, the development across from Food Line, the development that is finished out at 55, numerous others, all that was approved back in 2005 to 2008. Those were approved, zoned that way. The crash happened, and didn't build, right? Like those housing developments didn't happen, or they happened slowly, or half here and half there. Real estate agents know what I'm talking about, right? But now all of a sudden they're coming up, and we can't stop a lot of that. But what we have done as a council is anytime these builders come to us or a landowner and wants to change something, we do what we can to step back and say, all right, we know there's a housing shortage, right? So we need more houses, but on the other hand, our resources can't, our schools, police department, fire and rescue can only support so many citizens. Our grocery store can only support so many more citizens. So it's this balancing act that's not perfect and it's not easy. It's the toughest job we have. But what we try to take a look at is, well, how can we get, if there's something that we can control here, is it affordable housing that we can control? Is it rezoning? We had the opportunity. How many acres did we rezone to industrial light?
101.
101 acres.
Mm-hmm.
So behind Founders Landing, off from the side of Half Moon Beach, I'm going to use landmarks. There was 101 acres that was zoned residential, and that was going to allow up to 600 houses.
It was 5.
500.
560 houses. Well, that landowner came to us and wanted to rezone it to light industrial, which sounded pretty good because we need more industrial economic development to help offset that tax base for those new citizens that are coming in, right? Now those citizens at Founder Landing came out and they were concerned. We don't want another industry behind us. We already smell the asphalt plant, right? We do not want another industry. So we listened to them. Brad knows, he lives in that subdivision, and he's like, do not make all my neighbors mad. So we listened to them, and we heard their concerns. They were concerned about noise and smell. And so what we did is we did approve it to go to light industrial, but also put those things in place to help prevent any issues like that happening when someone does decide to build an industry there. So those are the things we're trying. Again, we're not trying to eliminate housing because we know we need housing, but we need affordable housing, but we need industry, we need economic development. And it's a fun game. Anybody want to run for office? There's no, if we figured it out, we'd be pretty famous and rich, right? Because everyone in the nation is trying to figure this out. We're not the only town trying to figure out how to balance all that, but I can stand up here and confidently tell you that this council understands those things. We're not always able to make decisions that make everyone happy, but we're doing them for the right reasons, and we're gathering the facts, and we're listening to citizens and making the best decision we can. As mayor, my favorite thing to do is engage with the youth, have the opportunity to speak to FFA groups, 4-H groups, Girl Scouts, things like that. I love that side. But I also have loved the opportunity to join several efforts, one being the Shenandoah Rail Trail. I'm on the board of that now, making sure we're looking at the facts on the potential of the rail becoming a 50-mile trail between Front Royal and Broadway. I don't know if that's going to happen in the next 5, 10, 30, 50 years. But it's exciting for this area, but there's a lot of questions we have, right? And so I take those concerns that we hear from citizens as far as safety, who's going to upkeep it, and what if we need the rail back, and taking all those things into consideration and bringing those questions to the table, making sure we're sticking to the facts. So I've enjoyed taking trips to Richmond and meeting with the Department of Transportation. Met with a VDOT board member 2 days ago to talk about it, and I'm just enjoying representing the town on that level and having those bigger conversations and really understanding what the facts are and thinking about all the questions you have, right, and all those concerns as we consider that. The other thing is the Hotel Strasbourg.
You got everybody in this room listening.
I cannot even calculate the hours. It's like my side passion. Oh my Lord. But anyway. Huh?
I said I can attest to that.
Oh my gosh, the field trips. The field trips. I've been to York. I went to Yorktown, toward the Yorktown Hotel like a week ago to look at how they did. Now that was a much bigger hotel, but you're talking $60 million renovation. I don't have any money, by the way, and I'm not using town money to do this. I don't have any answers. But I'm talking to people, right? And that's what I love. I don't know what the answer is yet, but I'm talking to a lot of people and trying to find investors and bring people together. Take trips over to Wardensville, learn about their foundation, taking trips over to Monterey, to the Highland Inn, to learn about their project. So I enjoy doing that on the side. And then the job that pays me, my full-time job, is Laurel Ridge Community College. And I promise I do my job there, I promise. But it's fun, I enjoy this, and there's a lot more I can say, but I don't want to take any more of your time, but I want to know if you have any questions. Yes, sir.
We did manage to get Sam to take down the Christmas decorations.
And I can't wait to hear more. See, it's little baby steps. It's little baby steps. And if anyone has like $1 million cash they want to hand to me, I can make some amazing things happen. Nobody? Nobody? Okay. I have some flyers on the back table. There's a larger flyer and then a little card. I did put a sticker on here that has a QR code. If you scan it, it goes to a landing page where I kind of outlined more about what we have accomplished together. If you know someone in the Strasburg area that is unsure of, who they should vote for, or they want to know more about me before they make a decision, please share that with them. Take as many as you'd like. I do plan to go door to door in the next 2 weeks to hand these out and talk to people, because we are facing our elections were always in May, town elections, so we didn't have to compete with presidential elections. This year's different, and we really don't know how that's going to look. This is the first time it's happened, and so we're a town of 7,000 people. I don't know how many of those voting. 3,500 maybe.
So if you want the real answer.
Yeah, see, she always has the numbers.
So what is happening is that the last election they combined. Used to be we'd have a steady. Most of the people that I know in here come out and vote. And it was roughly, 1,500 people. Town elections, we care about our town, we're coming out to vote. Last time, it was combined with the state elections. You have people coming out not knowing anything about the people who are serving on your town council, and they are going to cast a vote because they're coming out to vote for state. That 1,600 steady people turned into 5,000 people voting in the state election. So I imagine that we are at least going to have 5,000. We will probably have close to 7,000 people vote in this election. So for those of you who pay attention, please talk.
Yeah.
Let them know, hey, I like this person, or I know this person. Brandy is awesome. She has a great heart. Because we're never going to reach all of those people who are just coming out to mark an R or a D for a president and not know anything about the people running for town council. And that will directly affect everybody who actually comes out and cares.
Yeah. So it's going to be unique, and it's hard to predict what could happen because of that. Because some people will just not even mark the local election ballot; they'll skip it, or they'll be like, "Oh, that name's on top. I'm going to mark that one," or I saw that. I don't know, whatever. So the more people you can talk to, the better. It works. I've been involved with campaigning for local elections with the Board of Supervisors in the past, and I mean, a lot of people don't pay attention to local elections, and so the more you can share, the better, and that's how you can help. Again, I'll door knock and things, but word of mouth and your support is appreciated. Any other questions? No? Thank you all for being here. Marion and Sarah provided you can go next door and get a drink if you'd like. And please get to know my council members in the room. Just right, saw you.